Let's crack open some rumors before I crack open 84 beers. Are the Raiders interested in Dwayne Haskins? This one's too Chucky heads, and people are talking. The Raiders are meeting with quarterback Dwayne Haskins today, April 2nd. Dwayne, why aren't you watching the show? They're holding a private meeting. Can I say that he's holding a private meeting? I'm not sure. Now, I like Dwayne Haskins. Very talented quarterback out of Ohio State. But there's 4 quarterbacks on the depth chart for the Raiders. Maybe 4. I don't know if you can count Nathan Peterman. But are the Raiders actually interested in Dwayne Haskins? This is the question that I want everybody who's watching to think about. Derek Carr is our quarterback 1. We know that. Mike Glennon looks like Tom Downey with a shaved head there at QB2. Nathan Peterman, is he even a quarterback? People are talking. Landry Jones is our QB4. But 2019 is a Derek Carr prove-it year to me, 100%. So, are the Raiders actually interested in Dwayne Haskins? People are talking. And why? Because when you put up 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, with a 70% completion percentage in the Big Ten, that gets people to notice. And if it wasn't for somebody who I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, Dwayne Haskins realistically could have won the Heisman. I think you could look at the season that Dwayne Haskins had, and the fact that he didn't win the Heisman, it's going to go down as one of those years where, like, you're going to look at numbers, you're like, dang, that kid didn't win the Heisman. So, before I get into some of these other quarterbacks, will the Raiders draft a quarterback in the draft? I mean, are we going to take one? Type Y for yes, type N for no. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, let me know in the comment section. Y for yes, N for no. More quarterback talk here. Are the Raiders interested in Kyler Murray? You ready? You ready? 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. Now, before y'all go nuts, before everyone freaks out, if the Raiders weren't interested in Kyler Murray, I think that would be even more of a red flag. Kyler Murray is a very talented quarterback, and Jon Gruden has come out and said numerous times that he likes what he sees in Murray, and he's even said that he doesn't believe quarterbacks need to be as tall because of what he's seen in Kyler Murray. And when I first saw this, and I feel like a bunch of you people are going to be like, oh, this is an April Fool's Day joke. Sorry, it's not. But the Raiders did meet with Kyler Murray yesterday in Dallas, and from what I've heard, the meeting went very well. Again, when you have a quarterback with as much talent as Kyler Murray, 69% completion percentage, nice, 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but then also on top of that, a guy who ran for over 1,000 yards last year, he's an unbelievably talented quarterback. So no, the 4 Chucky heads is not an April Fool's Day joke. Did the Raiders meet with Kyler Murray? Yes. Are they interested in Kyler Murray? 100%. Is Gruden think he's really talented? Yes, as he should. But that does not mean the Raiders are going to go out and draft Kyler Murray. Having interest in somebody is much different than going out and drafting him. You got it? Cool. Who's the better quarterback? Kyler Murray or Dwayne Haskins? Would you type H for Haskins or type M for Murray? If you want to know what I think, hit me up on IG or Twitter at MitchellRenz365. More quarterback talk here. You ready? Are the Raiders interested in Missouri quarterback Drew Lock? 1 Chucky head. I just think this one's a small shred of truth. And why am I saying that? Because when I have Haskins, I have Murray, I have them ranked higher than Drew Lock. So why would the Raiders go after Drew Lock? Because I'm not quite sure. Because people are putting it out there that Gruden loves Drew Lock. And I'm not saying that Gruden doesn't love Drew Lock. But Gruden loves all quarterbacks. Tell me a quarterback that Gruden doesn't like. I mean, heck, Gruden has come out and said that he liked Nathan Peterman. Nothing against Nathan Peterman. Actually, wait, no. Everything against Nathan Peterman. You're not very good. And when I look at the top quarterback prospects in the 2019 draft, Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, Drew Lock, I think the Raiders are doing a great job in creating media buzz that they are interested in the top quarterback prospects in the 2019 draft. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to my guy Tom because he's coming on the show here in a little bit. But Tom literally said, I'm going to say, from what it seems like back in like January 2014, that the Raiders are going to start making up these rumors that they're interested in a quarterback simply in the hope that a team's going to trade up and the Raiders can get more picks. So, who's the best quarterback in the 2019 NFL draft? Is it Murray? Is it Haskins? Is it Daniel Jones? I kid. Who's the best quarterback in the 2019 NFL draft? Comment below if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, anywhere. Let me know in the comment section. I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, BetDSI, for going up Chat Sports with the best promo code on the internet. Believe it, baby. Use Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. You put down $100, you're going to get $120 for free. You put down $500, math, $600 for free. Use it. You want to bet on March Madness, you want to bet on the NFL Draft, one place to do it, BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. 3 more rumors. You ready? Are the Raiders trading up for Drew Lock? Oh, man, I saw this and I almost went nuts. Tuck rule. Tuck that. And I mean, come on, guys. Like, who's putting out these mock drafts where the Raiders are trading up for Drew Lock? Now, NFL mock, what's this guy's name? Chad Rudder of NFL.com released his mock draft, okay? He had the Raiders taking Drew Lock. And I'll be honest, when I first saw that, I literally rolled on the floor laughing. And I thought it was an April Fool's Day joke. And then I was like, wait a minute. This was released a few days before April Fool's Day. So the fact that they have the Raiders trading up to number 2, not just taking them at 4, trading up to 2, we're talking about practice. Trading up to 2 to take Drew Lock is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Why would you take Drew Lock at number 2? When you could take Kyler Murray, you could take Dwayne Haskins. Let's say you want a quarterback. Great. You're going to take Drew Lock at 2? Who are these people at NFL.com releasing this kind of stuff? Bucky Brooks says that Drew Lock is the perfect fit for the Raiders. Drew Lock's NFL comp to me is Derek Carr. If you don't want Derek Carr as your quarterback, let's go out and draft a guy who's pretty similar to him, right? Makes a whole bunch of sense. So, some are things, I put a nice little list here, more likely than the Raiders trading up for Drew Lock. Michael Scott burning a stack of paper. I think that is more likely. Sheldon Cooper becoming an engineer with Wallowitz. Honey Boo Boo becoming Miss USA. Me marrying Tom's fiance at She's Going Downy. Or drinking 84 12-ounce beers in 6 minutes. All more likely than the Raiders trading up for Drew Lock. Speaking of 84 beers in 6 minutes, it's coming up here in a few minutes on April 2nd, 2019. Still can't believe I'm about to do this. Oh, look at that. I'm also going to give away an Antonio Brown jersey. So if you want to win that AB jersey, type AB in the comment section. And also, stay tuned because your name may be called. All right, there's a lot of quarterback talk, which means pressure on Derek Carr, right? Yeah, 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. I think that there is legitimate pressure on Derek Carr. Now, that doesn't mean I think that he's going to get the boot. I think the Raiders, again, they're bringing in quarterbacks, which they should. And just because you're a starter 1 year does not mean that you're a locked-in starter the next year. It's the NFL. Shit happens. People come, people go. And if you don't prove your worth, you're going to get tossed. And when I see that the Raiders are meeting with the top 2 quarterbacks in Haskins, in Murray, yeah, again, Jon Gruden loves quarterbacks. And for some reason, the one quarterback that he's having a little bit of issues with is Derek Carr. Mike Mayock has come out and said a bunch of nice things about Carr. Gruden, not so much. And when I look to see what he's done just, these last 4 years, sure, 2015, 2016, that's the Derek that we want back. I will say this, though. In 2018, I thought Derek grew more as a man and more as a quarterback in 2018, considering everything he's dealt with, okay? And then when you look at his contract breakdown, the reason why I think they're going to keep him around is because that's a serious dead hit if they get rid of him in 2019. Not going to happen. But the reason why I say 2019 is the Derek Carr prove-it year, you go out and get Tyrell Williams. You get a field stretcher like J.J. Nelson. You get Antonio Brown. And if your dead cap hit next year is only $5 million, and if you can't produce in 2019 with the options that they've built around you, plus getting you a protector like Trent Brown in the blind side, guess what, Derek? 2019 is your prove-it year. And if you don't, you're gone. All right, everybody who's watching the show, if you're not already a subscriber, get with it. YouTube.com/Raiders Report. And if you want to get on the show, super chat me. And I say super chat me. Now, if you want to get on the show, I'm going to give you a shout out. All it takes is a nice little super chat. And here, when I went live on the last time on the Raiders Report, here are some of the people who super chatted me. Mercedes Renz, great name, great picture. Sending me that 1999. And you got Daryl Anderson. Daryl, my OG, my dude. $10. Add another 0 on that, my man. Also appreciate you got the picture finally. Raymond, Too High Hawaiian 25 tree. Brian Wilson, old pitcher for the Giants. And then here's some more rolling in here. We got Daryl Anderson. Again, other guys coming in. I'm seeing Alvarado, El Guaro, Pinche. Obviously, I don't speak Spanish. Cali, Cinnabicus. And then Oscar, Kenny, and Oldofo. Everyone, again, thank you so much for the super chats. If you don't know how to super chat, there's a little thing below the comment section. It looks like a dollar bill. Super chat me. 4 Chucky heads. I'll give you a shout out on the show. All right, let's get into that last rumor. Carr angry. Yep, just an automobile being very upset. No, is Derek Carr angry? This one's 2 Chucky heads, and Derek Carr's the one that's talking. And maybe he's not talking, but there's a saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Is that the right saying? I'm not quite sure. But the Raiders are meeting with Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins. And we know there's a whole bunch of rumors surrounding Carr's future with Oakland. And when I think about what Derek Carr has come out and said and, some of these other things that have happened, I understand Derek's a little bit upset. And he tweeted out a photo, after the Kyler Murray meeting here in Dallas. And it was literally a picture of Derek Carr like this. Like, hey, I'm watching you. And the fact that Derek Carr is watching, I think it's an interesting concept, and I can tell he's a little bit annoyed. I think we can all agree, this offseason, Derek has shown a little bit of a different side. He's always been kind of quiet, but hey, he's picking fights with Stephen A. Smith, which I love. Still waiting to get on that rumble. And now he's tweeting out things, hidden messages. Derek, I like it. I'm about it. Helps my show. But I can tell you're a little upset. You just got to prove everyone wrong. With that being said, with all these Derek Carr rumors, there's truthers and there's people who just don't believe in Derek Carr. Can the Raiders win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr as the quarterback? I want you to type B for believe it, baby, or type T for tuck rule, tuck that. If you want to know what I think, hit me up on IG or Twitter at MitchellRenz365. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.